few nights ago I had a couple of hours, so I decided to make a couple kitchen knives. Using these old sawzall blades that I have a ton of, I figured maybe I could make one in less than an hour. So, start off, just grind off the edge, and then took the grinder to the back side. I left the kind of teeth on there a little bit because it kind of looks cool. Next, the most time-consuming part was shaping and shining up the metal. After about 15 minutes, because my grinder sucks, took it back over, marked it out where I wanted the handle to come to, then took it over to the grinder to put a final bevel on it. I had a couple pieces of old maple flooring laying around, and these things are almost perfect because after you rip them in half, they're almost the perfect thickness for my knife handle. Now that the blade is finished and the handles are cut to close to the size I want, I use the drill press to make a hole through all the pieces. And then double check to ensure that they're all lined up. Next, I mark the width out on a brass rod that I'm going to use for the pins. Make sure you leave yourself a little bit of extra space for the width of the saw blade for the next step, which is cutting off the pins. With all of the pieces now assembled, it's time to glue this thing together. Make sure that you lay it out really nice so that you have easy access to all of your pieces. The epoxy sets up fast, so you don't want to spend time looking around for an extra piece or tool that you need. It's also very sticky, so the cleaner the work environment, the easier it's going to be for yourself. After the clamps are applied, I use a little bit of acetone to wipe off the blade to make it easier on myself later. And then, just wait for it to dry. After dinner I came back and used a utility knife to scrape off any extra epoxy that I didn't get before. Next, I used a grinder to sand the pins flush with the rest of the handle and remove any excess epoxy that was left over. My camera crew wanted to do the last part of applying the linseed oil onto the handle. And with that, we have ourselves a nice little kitchen knife in less than an hour's worth of work.